if we can't move the 8 ball in our lifetime, that means that you have to at least try to move it for the lifetimes to come. And that's a lot of people think. They think selfishly on, if it's not going to happen in my lifetime, well, I'm done. I don't care. Well, it's somebody else got to figure it out. Well, you can figure it out for the next lifetime. Get a life insurance policy.
Do you think a lot of people in our community are selfish?
Yes, I do. I think we are selfish because we don't want to see other people like us win. And I'm not saying everybody, but we don't want to see other people win that look like us. And it's evident. I mean, it's evident all over the place. I mean, we have black communities.
It's disheartening is what it is. It's sad. I agree with you.
We have black communities, but in those black communities, how many black-owned businesses are there?
I always say there is no black community. There is no such thing, and I might get some pushback on this. That's fine. You know, this is ADOS podcast. I tell the truth, whether you like it or not. There is no black community. There's black people that live in an area. Now, there can be a black community. I'm hopeful that there will be a black community.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my part to create a black community. Part of the reason why I bring people like you onto the show to talk and why I'm doing all this work in the community, that I do believe that we can build a black community. But as it stands right now, there's just black people living in an area.
I mean, I look at the Asian and Hmong, community, how they work in a giant circle with each other. A giant circle with each other.
They pass the dollar around 10, 20, 30, 50 times.
Until it gets up to here. And then they just keep on going. And I'm like, why can't we do that?
We passed the dollar around one time in our community. We had one bad experience in a black-owned business. We're never going back again. We passed that dollar around one time.
And we don't want to support each other. There's so many. It doesn't matter if you're a Drake or a LeBron or whatever, whoever. We're not going to support each other because we think that we're always trying to just pull the wool over somebody's eye and not here to help. Not here to help. I guarantee you, Master P just put out, his own pancake syrup oatmeal line. I hope it does well. I hope it does. But from what I've seen in the African-American community, we go in fads. We're like, oh, Master P got this. I'm going to buy it one time.
That's it. That's passing that dollar around one time. That's it.
And then, are they going to buy it again?
No.
I don't know. I hope so. I really do. I love pancakes. I'm going to start buying his stuff to support. But people also got to take this thing out of their mind is that, like, oh, I'm giving this man my money support. I don't even like this. Yeah, you do. You just don't want to see that brother win or that sister win. Or
you think it should be you?
Yeah, because you think it should be. Oh, I should have done that. I had this idea before they did, but they just manifested it first. I think as a black community we're selfish, and I know, and I had that, and I see that because when I bring this up, life insurance to people, because this is what I do. This is I love this stuff, and because I know it can help. And I get people that look at me weird, like, you're just trying to make money. No, you go to the bar and spend all your money on this, and then you go on social media, oh, I'm never drinking again. Or you go to a restaurant and buy some food that you absolutely hate, but then you back at that same restaurant.
Everyone, back to your point, everyone is trying to make money. Duh. Obviously, This is America.
Right.
I don't go to Caribou and complain to my barista, you're just trying to make money off of me. Give me my coffee.
But you only get that when it's an African American. Because they look like you. They look like you. They should be.
So it's our own mentality that's preventing us from growing. I think we give white people, white supremacy, way too much credit. White supremacy does exist and it's very prevalent, especially here in Minnesota, especially in the United States of America. But I think we're at the point right now in our day and age where we give white supremacy way too much credit over the conditions in our community. I was just in Chicago this past weekend, and I'm from Chicago. And I took an hour. I think we drove around for about an hour in my old neighborhood, Southside Inglewood, right? So I actually went to the house that my grandmother, used to live in before she passed away. I went to some of the elementary schools that I went to as a young boy. And that community is still the same. Actually, it's worse. I mean, needles on the streets, alcohol bottles everywhere, people on the roads. And I cried. I broke down in my car, man. Like, I care about my community so much.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, we are our own biggest enemy. Mm-hmm. We give way too many other groups so much power over us. Mm-hmm. When we have the power, literally, we have the power to change our trajectory as a group of people. Mm-hmm. As a group of people, we can. I mean, we are the largest consumers in the world.
And we don't buy life insurance.
And we don't buy life insurance.
One thing we don't buy.
Let's always make this relevant back to the topic at hand, because I go on. Y'all know I go on tangents. Thank y'all for always watching the podcast and sharing it and supporting. Y'all know I go off on tangents. We are the largest consumers in the world,
and we don't
buy life insurance.
We don't buy the one thing that we should have.
What is going on, Stevie?
People don't think they need it because I had one friend that said, as I brought it up to him because, you know, he just had a couple friends pass, you know, rest in peace to them. And I said, hey, you know, I see that you had a couple friends pass, you know, my condolences. But this is a topic that, why this is front of mind, you need to think about. Brush it off. Whatever, that's not. But if you out here doing wild stuff, you can't tell me you're not gonna need it. I'm not saying that you're gonna die, but.
And I tried to address gun violence in the community. Mm-hmm. I'm always out here talking to. I got friends who are still out here in these streets. I think people sometimes see me in my suit and tie, and they forget where I came from, right? And I have to constantly remind them that just because you see me in a suit and tie don't mean I forgot where I came from. It just means I transition.
I'm better than you.
Right. I just transition into who I'm supposed to be, who God wanted me to be. But that doesn't mean I still don't love my friends. So I talk to my friends about it all the time. And I still got friends who are in the streets to this day that I consider close to me. I keep them at a distance because I'm still trying to grow and do what I have to do, but I'm willing to bring them up with me when they're ready, when they are ready. Because not everybody's ready to transition. Right, God has a plan for everybody, and it don't involve running around shooting and terrorizing people. It doesn't. So I hope that they wake up to this. But the reality is, like you just said, when you're out there living by the gun, you have to expect that you could potentially die by the gun. At least have life insurance in place. I'm not changing. I'm not trying to change people's lifestyles no more. Yeah. You know, I'm just really trying to shape their minds, give them information. And hope that they realize that they can do better, right? I'm not trying to change nobody's mind. I want to shift their paradigms. But with that being said, if y'all gonna still be in the streets and do what y'all gotta do, I get it. You thugging. I understand it. Keep thugging. Do your thing. But get some life insurance.
Yes. My thing too is, you know, and it's just, this is just a fact. A lot of people that are on low income or, you know, things like that, they owe back taxes. They owe child support. They owe student loans. Things like that. And when you pass, who getting their money first?
That debt getting shifted.
Uncle Sam is getting his money first.
Yeah.
Probate is getting their money first. If you didn't pay your cable bill, you didn't pay your credit cards off, you didn't pay this, you didn't pay that, they getting all that money.